Name's Ed Perlmutter. I'm congressman for the 7th Congressional District, which is Jefferson County and Adams County. And I'm here today as part of our Local Heroes series, meeting with Elizabeth Aryeetey of Maiker Housing Partners. And we want to visit with her a little bit because of the things that they're doing in Adams County, Commerce City, throughout Adams County in helping people with rent and utility issues during this COVID-19 pandemic, which has thrown so many things into upheaval. But people are, working together, doing their best. And she has some stories about what she's been doing and what Maiker Housing Partners has been doing to work with folks during this difficult time. So Elizabeth, tell us a little bit about yourself and Maiker Housing.
Good morning. Thank you for having me this morning. I'm excited to share a little bit about myself and what we're doing. I've been with Maiker Housing Partner for the last 13 years now, and we have done exponential growth across Adams County and have been able to reach out to our residents during this pandemic that has just thrown our whole world upside down. But Maiker immediately moved into action for the safety of the staff and for the safety of the community at large. We have gone right into working remotely and being able to still provide that high level of service as we were days ago in the office, but now we're having to do it from home. And we are just continually providing that accessible service so that we don't lose our presence and to still find a way to be available for our residents, just to still keep the same level of continuity of resources available to them so that there's still a stable force in their community, in their circle that they can access. And so
tell us a little bit about some of the services that you guys provided before and are still providing.
So we are all encompassed. We have communities all around Adams County. We also provide housing choice vouchers. And so that's what you all may know as Section 8. And we also have a family vitality program where we're reaching out with community organizing to our families, as well as reaching out to those right now that may be feeling isolated and left alone because they don't have any ways to go out into their community. So they're reaching out to those that may be elderly or isolated at this time and making those additional calls to them. And so with our housing choice voucher staff, they are still continuing to provide the rental subsidies and making sure that the people who have been economically challenged are being serviced by changing their rent portions to ease that burden for them a lot. And on our property operations side, we are making sure that we're not raising rents, we're not assessing late fees, but rather we are working in tandem with our residents to make sure that they can enter into a payment agreement and or apply for rental assistance as well. And so through all of this, we've been able to stand up a rental utility program with the support of Adams County and Commerce City and City of Thornton. They provided funds for us to stand this program up. And so we had a web design so that we could build an application where residents can apply for rental and mortgage assistance, utility assistance online. And so we're receiving mass numbers of applications coming through. So my life went from working with residents and helping them overcome challenges with life and situations while they're on our housing programs to that plus overseeing the COVID-19 response team and trying to bring all of our heads together. In a matter of days, we were able to stand up the program, reshift the responsibility of several staff members to have them solely dedicated to this project, to making sure that we can process the applications as fast as they're coming in.
So obviously this is throwing a wrench into your programs, except now you have been able to meet that challenge, what you initially did, and then on top of it, all the other things that have sprung up as a result of this coronavirus. So have you had conversations personally with residents? What or with your staff, what kinds of things are they seeing with respect to the residents?
Lots of people have lost their jobs. For me, I read some of the letters and emails that come in when they are sending in their applications. And you have right now people who've never applied for any type of resources, any type of additional services. And they are now looking for assistance, and for them it's extremely difficult. They are scared. You could hear the frantic in their voice of, I don't even know if I have applied correctly. I've never applied for help before. What do I do? You can hear the fear in the unsettlement in their letters that they're writing. One person that particularly stood out to me, he had his own business, and because of the shutdown, his business, a chef, his daughter has special needs, and they didn't have any resources. And they were, as they came into our program for rental assistance, they were able to apply for the help, and they were able to receive 2 months of rental assistance. So that's been a great sense of accomplishment on our end, to know that we're able to help people who are desperate in need.
Well, you offer a calming influence in a very anxious time for these people, and providing them some help. None of us really expected anything like this year or in our lifetimes. And, the kinds of things that you're doing personally, that Maiker Housing Partners is doing generally, really helps our neighbors so much. How many folks are working specifically on the COVID response team?
We have about 10 people that are actively working on the COVID response team right now. And so that's 10 people who have reshifted their prior work responsibilities or added the COVID response team in addition to their regular work. And so I feel like, our team is so dedicated, and I'm very honored and humbled to be working with such a great group of people who are willing to add on to what they were already doing and say, well, we're doing this, we're going to add on to it, we're going to do it, we're going to help, because we all understand the need that is out there, and we're seeing it firsthand. We're definitely not the medical first responders, but I feel like we're part of the financial first responders that are responding to the need of the hurt of them that are being impacted economically. And our team is just doing a phenomenal job, and just with their heart and their compassion of, we got to do it. And every now and then I'm working late and I see other people, they're online too, and they're working side by side, and all of a sudden we either jump on a Zoom call or a Teams meeting just to check in with each other. Like, you're still up? Like, yeah, I had to get up. I had to do some more. And it just speaks to the heart and the compassion of those at Maiker that want to make it happen for those that we are connected to in our community. We just got to reach out. We're just trying to touch even more as fast as we can, as hard as we can, to make sure that we can help as many people as we possibly can in a short amount of time. Because it's when you watch the news, when we're on different task forces and you're getting the reports of people affected economically, it's heart-wrenching. And I feel like we're all dedicated to doing the best that we can to help our residents here in Adams County.
Well, I mean, that was just beautiful what you just said. And it really highlights why we've asked you, but also all of Maiker Housing Partners, why we consider you guys local heroes. You described yourself as financial first responders, and you are. And, this is a very upsetting time for so many people. And the ability of you all to get in there, roll up your sleeves, calm things down a little bit, provide help where possible, provide an anchor for people in a time when there's just a lot of confusion and turmoil, really is outstanding. And we're just very fortunate to have you all in our community to be giving back, because you do recognize we're all in this together, and you all just sort of do it every day, and now you're doing it 10 times that, given the circumstances. So I'd love to have you kind of conclude, although your comments a moment ago, I don't think could be surpassed. They were beautiful. But we just thank you, Elizabeth, for joining us as part of our Local Heroes series, and I'll give it to you to close.
Thank you. I feel very fortunate at this time to be employed in this time of uncertainty, but that just gives me the drive to help others who may not be in the same position that I am. I feel very grateful. And so with that, it just gives me the motivation even all the more to continue to reach out and hand in hand and arm in arm via Zoom to help all of our families that we can who need our help, and to still try to provide a level of security and reassurance in these times that are uncertain and difficult. We don't know what's happening day to day, but having a sense of reassurance for our families that are calling in or that are emailing in, I feel like that helps a lot, and that's what we want to continue doing. That's what I want to continue doing, the best that we can, just to provide support, encouragement, reinforcement to those that need us right now the most.
Well, I can tell you, you've motivated me today to continue to buckle down and do what I can to help our communities. I mean, you and your colleagues are really what will make a difference, will help us emerge from this thing. It's not going to be easy. Everybody's going to be making a sacrifice. But if you all are leading the charge the way you've been as financial first responders, we will get through this. And I just thank you for your service to our community. Thank you very much, and stay healthy.
Thank you.